Next up, a cliffhanger of a myth.
All right, so I have a classic physics meets Hollywood myth.
All right, let's hear it.
So a car goes skidding off the road and is about to go over a cliff when it's saved by stopping precariously at the edge. It's perfectly balanced, but a little bird comes and lands on the hood, dink, and the whole car goes crashing off the cliff.
A little bird causing the car to go over the cliff? Look, I'm skeptical, but you know what? Sounds like a good test.
It's a favorite in many a scriptwriter's handbook. But if a car comes to a standstill on the very edge of a cliff, can an inquisitive bird be enough to tip the balance?
All right, so obviously we're gonna have to balance a car on the edge of a cliff.
Why don't we build our own cliff? That way we know it can hold the weight of a car, and if we go over, we won't get killed.
Good idea.
And then for the fun part, getting a bird to land on the hood. I don't think that's gonna be as easy as we think.
No, I think balancing the car is gonna be the easy part.
So with tipping over a real cliff ruled out for obvious reasons, at the bomb range, the MythBusters are going to build their own.
I think we mean business.
We got a lot of work.
Luckily, we have the big tools today.
All right, let's do it.
All right, let's move some earth. What we got here is a front loader. Big toys for big boys. This thing is very powerful. It's got to move a lot of weight. Let's see what I can break with this. Which we are going to be doing. We're going to be moving a lot of earth to get our slope up to our cliff. Nothing better than playing with big machinery.
Although it may look a little bit precarious,
No!
the goal here is to build a solid cliff edge courtesy of a shipping container,
Enter one portable cliff.
which a car can then be balanced on.
It's taking a while.
Well, it took Mother Nature like hundreds of thousands of years, so really, we're right on schedule.
Beyond the cliff edge, they're making a sloping escape ramp, which should make a survivable descent when the car tips over a little more likely.
It may look like we've been out here all day playing. I mean, I've been up and down this ramp probably about 100 times, but there's a very good reason. And that reason is we're gonna be in the car that goes off this container and down that ramp. So we want this thing to be perfect.
And Grant better hope 100 times was enough, because with the cliff car delivered and pimped,
Just in case there was any confusion, who was pushing a car off a cliff out in the middle of the bomb range?
it's all systems go for the pre-bird testing. Finding out the precise balance point of the car.
We built our cliff with a container and a ramp.
Oh, what could possibly go wrong?
We put our car on top that's incremented by 6 inches so we can see just where the teetering point is.
Well, the car could crash. It could maybe catch on fire.
We're gonna inch forward, get it just that balance point,
I didn't really want the answer to that.
and then they're gonna lean forward and go down the hill. Hopefully successfully. But if not, God, I wonder what Jet Li and Johnny Depp are doing.
Really?
Okay, you guys ready?
No.
Finding the tipping point in 3, 2, 1.
Guess you're just gonna ease forward, right? Oh, man.
Tori's first task is to carefully drop the front wheels over the edge.
Okay, slow, you're about to get the tire off.
You can make it. I've had nightmares like this. Ugh.
And once there, the balance point test can begin. But it's a delicate operation.
Okay, slowly, slowly.
Ah!
Little less on the accelerator.
Too little throttle, and they won't budge.
Okay, we're not tipping yet.
Too much, and they'll flip over the cliff without finding the tipping point.
We got no more traction on the back wheels.
And that was too much.
Holy crap, that was scary. It was like 1 second we were on the edge, and then boom, we were off. I think we need to do that again.
I think so.
Good news and bad news. Our safety ramp worked. We were able to get the car to go off the cliff and land safely, and we didn't die. Bad news is, though, I hit the gas too hard, and instead of finding that teetering point, we just went off the cliff. So we don't know exactly where that tipping point is yet. We're gonna do the test again to find that. This is gonna be fun.
To find out if a bird can tip a car over a cliff, the MythBusters first need to find their car's balance point, which is proving harder than expected.
Yay, you guys are safe!
We're alive!
Bad news is that was a little too Thelma and Louise, so we have to put you back up there.
All right. Yeah.
I didn't think you'd disagree.
Yeah.
After a somewhat epic but really fun failure, we decided to change our methods. We actually put the car back into place, and now we're going to inch that car forward.
So with the car engine off,
Okay, we're ready.
All right, begin the tipping point test.
the forklift will instead gently ease it forwards.
Okay, stop.
But will it have the required control?
Right about 5.5 feet. How's it feel?
There's no tipping.
Okay, give him just another tiny little nudge.
Well, so much for Plan B, because like Plan A, the cars tipped too soon. And without finding that tipping point, they can't bring on the birds.
All right, Plan C. We're actually gonna use a strap this time so that if we go too far off the edge, we can pull the car back to the tipping point. Hope this one works.
With resets taking too long,
Can't tell you how many times I get myself into these situations.
the guys are hoping that the strap system will let them find the balance point a little more quickly.
Get a little bump. Give him your angry inch.
But as it turns out, it still takes an entire afternoon of pushing and shoving
All right, now pull it back to 5.5. I'll tell you when to stop.
before they think they've cracked it.
Grant, we are at the point of no return.
After a lot of tinkering and a lot of trial and error, we have found the exact tipping point.
I feel like we're gonna go at any second.
I think at this point, with even a breeze, that car's gonna go over.
Don't make any sudden moves.
So now when the guys start to sway and move their weight, I think they're gonna go over the edge.
Ready? Let's do it together. 1, 2, 3.
Finally, they've hit pay dirt.
Okay, I think we found our teetering point.
Wobbling at the 6.5-foot mark, the car was so finely balanced that a slight lean from Grant and Tory was enough to send it over the edge. But could a landing bird also tip that balance?
Now, it took us a long time to get our car to that perfect balance point, but after seeing how easy the car went over the edge, I think if a bird were to land on the front end of a car, we're definitely going over.
Well, in that case, let's unleash the beasts. A precariously balanced car is no laughing matter, but can a landing bird really send you over the edge?
So we're back at the bomb range. Now, it took a really long time to get our car perfectly balanced on our cliff. But now that we've done it, it's time to bring in some birds. We have our expert Jim coming in to use progressively bigger and bigger birds. Should be really interesting today.
Wrangler Jim Tigan, last seen trying to beat the speed camera, has come equipped with a whole bounty of birds.
Really? Right there?
But will any of them cause their perfectly poised car to plummet?
So essentially, this myth is all about leverage. Now, imagine that this block is the cliff, and this break is the car, and this rock is the bird. Because of leverage, out here at the edge, a small bird can land there and cause the giant car to go over just like this.
That's the theory. But will Bird 1, a classic yet humble pigeon, provide enough leverage?
My prediction, I just don't think that's going to be enough to send the car over. I know you're cute, but I don't think you're going to do it.
All right, so now we're gonna start testing with the birds, but we're gonna test it a little bit differently this time. We're still gonna put the car on the edge of the cliff, right where it's bouncing, just ready to fall over.
Should have paid more attention to the signs. Cliff ahead.
But this time we're gonna tether the car, so that way if it does go off the cliff by the weight of the bird, it doesn't go down the hill. Because let's face it, we don't wanna hurt these birds. We don't care about ourselves, we just don't wanna hurt the bird.
With Grant and Tory sitting anxiously in the hot seats of their balancing car,
Whoa. All right. Okay.
Come on, wrangle them birds.
Jim flips the birds. And
Okay, the birds are in place.
Yep, and we haven't gone over the edge.
There's not a hint of tippage. But to be sure, the guys shoo the birds down the hood.
Go away, go away. Shoo, shoo, go. Get out of here, go. Don't you have a park to poop on?
Because the further they are from the fulcrum, the greater the chance of a tip.
2 pigeons, not happening.
Nope, we are not going over the edge.
Ain't that the truth? The 2 pounds of pigeon is just not enough to cause their balanced car to tilt up and over, which means...
Think it's time for a bigger bird.
Cue bird number 2, a male Harris hawk called Murray. And it's no surprise that the man who is scared of fish isn't a big fan of the falcon.
Stand up. Relax.
I'm relaxed.
Doing this migration.
I'm totally relaxed, man.
You don't have to worry too much about the beak. It's really the talons. And those talons will go right through an organ like the heart or the lung or the spleen. Grip in, hold super tight, and the animal will bleed out and perish.
After a pep talk like that, it's no wonder that Grant retreats to the safety of a car balanced on a cliff edge.
We are right on the edge.
Meanwhile, Kari's not confident.
Okay, so we didn't get any tipping from the pigeons, so we're gonna move on to hawks. Now, not only are we gonna get the extra weight, but also the momentum of the hawk's landing. I still don't think it's gonna be quite enough to tip the car. You guys ready for the birds?
It's time to let the hawks go.
All right, hawk number 1, ready to deploy.
Murray lands in a hurry, but there's no wobble to their wheels.
That didn't send us over the edge.
All right.
All right, bring out another hawk.
Doubling the mass to almost 5 pounds does seem to make a difference,
I can see the hood kind of bobbling there.
but it is still not enough.
All right, that's 2 hawks at the end of the car, and we have not gone over the edge.
You're not going over.
We did not fall over.
And when 2 hawks fail,
You got some work to do. Are you ready?
it's time to bring in the big guns, the giant eagle owl.
You know, in many cultures, the owl is the harbinger of death.
Thanks a lot.
Of death?
Hey, thanks for the encouragement, Jim.
And with those wise words, it's go time.
All right, let's see if this owl will send us over the cliff.
He's big. He's really big.
We survived.
We did!
He's at the edge of the car, and we did not go over the cliff.
Yep, once again, the car's balance is unaffected, even with this 7-pounder right at the front of the hood.
Well, if the owl's not gonna do it, I don't know what is.
Grant, for one, is not that surprised.
Okay, so why don't I think this works? Well, imagine that you're at a playground and you have a perfect seesaw. Theoretically, if you have a mass, which is the bird, landing far enough away from the pivot, it should be able to move the seesaw no problem. The only problem here is that this seesaw weighs 3,000 pounds and it's on a metal pivot. And the bird isn't heavy enough and it's not landing with enough force to cause it to move.
In other words, it's going to take an even bigger bird to tip this car. And for that, it's back to the shop.
Did you hear that?
That's a call of the wild.
Caw-caw! Caw-caw!
A pigeon cannot cause a precariously balanced car to tip over the edge, but could a much, much bigger bird.
All right, despite what they say about working with animals, those birds were really cooperative. But since we don't have access to any bigger flying birds, I think we need to come up with another plan.
Yeah, and it's starting to get a little dangerous for these birds. What if we went with a model helicopter? We get one that's the same weight as the biggest flying bird and have it land on the front of the car.
That's a great idea. Not only can we match the mass of the bird, but we also get the downforce from the rotors, just like the bird flapping its wings.
Awesome.
Weighing over 20 pounds, the California Condor is majestic, a far cry from the MythBusters helicopter stand-in. But while it won't win any prizes for elegance, what's key is that the Condor Copter weighs the same as the real deal.
So I slightly altered an RC helicopter to emulate the heaviest flying bird in North America. It should not only be the same weight, but also it should represent its flight path when it lands on top of the car.
And that flight path's something that's been studied by Grant.
Now, I found something very interesting about the way large birds land. Check out this video of our giant owl. See how he swoops down right before he lands? He rears up and then lands very softly. He's minimizing his landing speed, minimizing that momentum that he imparts on the target zone, and that's exactly what we're gonna want our helicopter to do on the hood of the car.
So now that we've moved on to the helicopter, this thing weighs more than 3 times as much as our biggest bird, the eagle owl. I have a feeling that extra weight, Grant and I might be going for a ride.
Well, with the boys all buckled up,
All right, time to go to work.
and expert pilot Wolf Witt chomping at the bit, it's time for this myth to lift off.
That bird is just trying to psych us out right now.
I know, here it comes.
The very precise landing route that the heli must adhere to is making life very difficult for pilot Wolf.
Get away, you stupid condor.
And when the wind kicks up, things get harder still.
Oh, he's playing games with us.
But eventually,
Eagle has landed.
He did it! He did it, and we didn't go over! Woo! We survived!
Still there! 20 pounds, just like the condor, the biggest flying bird in North America, still didn't tip the car.
so to get that elusive drop-off, the team's finishing up with some poultry in motion.
We want to see bird-wise what it takes to get that car to tip off the cliff. So, I spent all morning training 80 of my best hens to land gently on the hood of that car. They're going to single file line up at the front and work their way back until it finally goes off. Okay, you guys ready?
Are we ready?
No laughing.
Each hen weighs 1.5 pounds.
They just sit and play dead. It's incredible.
So by keeping tally of the number on the hood,
How many you got on there?
5.
Bird down.
the guys will know how much weight it would take
22.
I'm starting to get a little nervous.
to unbalance the car.
60. Can you believe this? 60 game hens.
That's 90 pounds, man. 90 pounds, and still we are hanging on to the cliff.
Yet incredibly, even with all 80 hens on there,
That's like a small person standing on the hood.
the car still doesn't go.
I know, this is getting stupid.
That's totally stupid.
But Tory came prepared for this eventuality.
I don't like it.
Oh my God, that's crazy!
And brought a 20-pound robotic turkey, which dances and jigs until
Oh!
Oh my God, that was crazy.
I wish you could see the trail of bird destruction behind you. You have to make that stop. It's so creepy.
All right, it is not looking good for this myth.
I know that movie version where a tiny little bird just kind of dink, lands at the end and the whole thing goes. Looking a little busted to me.
The good news is we got birds to get the car to go off the cliff. The bad news is it took over 80 birds, 140 pounds to be exact. And the only way that would happen is if a pterodactyl were to land on the front of your car. And we all know that that's not gonna happen.
And what that means is this myth is busted.
At least now we know why the chicken crossed the road. To get out of the way of the falling car.